Hello, Jason Campbell from Say It. So what do you get if you invest your time and money in doing the Say It online video course? This will explain everything. Probably best watched once you have an idea of what Say It is and you've watched the couple of minute intro video. But I wanted to break everything down because this is so much more than learning two methods for having uncomfortable conversations. It is also a coaching course other than training material. The difference being, training material, we receive information, whether you go to some training and somebody talks at you with a PowerPoint presentation, or you read a book or you listen to a podcast, the information is absorbed. You'd be amazed at how many people read a book and change absolutely nothing. Whereas this is a coaching course. One, it is broken down into really easily understandable, digestible chunks, but you'll be doing exercises focusing on yourself and your team and your situation in between those videos in order to really change your thinking and your behavior. We're going to first of all focus on what people typically do, what you might typically do, why that behavior happens, feelings, emotions. The second part of lessons will be focusing very much on yourself and looking at yourself and breaking your behavior down and your feelings down in more detail than you probably ever would have done before, so that you have much better self-awareness. The third part is moving that focus from you across to your team, and that is looking at your team, your challenges, maybe even the individuals within there, and then you've done all of that before you've even learned the two methods. So you're then into learning the two methods. After that, you're into the two stages which will help you prepare for those two methods and always be prepared for those two methods. And the final set of lessons is just about support, ongoing, how we will support you moving forward and how you can support yourself to make sure that Say It becomes part of your communication moving forward. Let's just get into it. This is an online course. However, if you get stuck at any point, you have the ability to book 1 or 2 hour one-to-one coaching sessions with me so I can support you through any stage. We're going to start with a very brief background and understanding. It's important you know where this came from, a more detailed explanation of what Say It is and why it is so important. The second lesson is going to give you a lot more insights into what people typically do in the workplace around uncomfortable conversations, and we're going to break this down even further into explaining exactly what stumble and storm is and how to recognize this. Lesson 3 is going to give you an insight and information on the true impact of this on your business, on the people within your company, and how much time and money is being wasted every day. So the second part of the course focuses entirely on you, and we kick this off with your mindset and your motivation. So important. I can give you the best method in the world. If you're not in the right mindset and you're not motivated to learn this and then take the actions into your business, then the outcome will be different. So we're going to go through an exercise that will help you understand this and really put it in focus for you. We're then going to get into your individual challenges, both around uncomfortable conversations and also challenges you might have in your business. We're going to break them down into a lot more detail. We're going to give you a lot more self-awareness, so actually that we will use these to work on as we go through the course. In lesson 6, we're going to get into your triggers and how you react when this happens. Triggers are not always delivering anger, and so how do you react? We're going to do an exercise that breaks these down in, again, a lot more detail, but also moving that further on to how do the reactions impact on the team around you. We're then going to take all of this insight, the exercises you've completed that would have increased your self-awareness, to really break down what the impact of all of this is on you. And if you get this right, it'll impact your success, the time that you have, and your happiness. If you get this wrong, or you don't go into enough detail, or you're really not honest with yourself, you will continue to waste money and time in your business, and it will impact your conversations. We're going to complete this deep dive into learning more about yourself and increasing your self-awareness by giving you access to the incredible Leading Energy Profiling tool. This is included in your course, and if you've done any sort of profiling tools before, then please just put those to one side, because this takes it to a whole new level. You will not be ending up with a label that you can just carry around, I'm a red or I'm a green, that you'll carry through your career and do nothing with. This is 60 years of science taking the best of those profiling tools and turning them into something that you can actively change, dial up, dial down, and also recognize in other people really quickly, really simply, and really easily. It's an incredible tool. It's included in your Say It course, and this will finish off the profiling part of Say It. Okay, so we're now going to move our attention to your team and move that focus to thinking about the individual people in your team, What are their drivers and motivations? What makes them enthusiastic and happy, and what brings them down? In lesson 10, you're going to really start to think about the challenges that your team has, or challenges within the business, not only the ones that they're telling you, but ones that you may have observed but not spoken about. We're going to go into a lot more detail around those. In lesson 11, we're going to get much more laser focused and do an exercise that pinpoints the individuals who have challenges within your business, thinking about those people in more detail and understanding them so that we actually know the best way to communicate with them and deal with them in order to get the best outcomes. And like we did, getting a better understanding of the impact of your challenges on you, we're going to take the exercises you just completed around your team's challenges and get a much more laser focused and really detailed understanding of what is the impact on the team, the people within it, and ultimately on your business, to understand how much time and how much money is being wasted. We're going to finish off this team stage of the Say It course by doing an exercise using your leading energy profile knowledge that you've just completed to get a much better understanding of those people in a lot more depth around you. You don't need to get them to complete the course, although that is optional if you want to bring leading energy into your business, and I can help you with that. But this is about understanding why is it that two people can work really dynamically and really productive together, or somebody can be put in a certain role or do a certain task and just be amazing at it, whereas other people just seem to clash or are given tasks to do and they just can't seem to get them done. And finally, we're at the stage of learning the Say It methods. We now need to have a foundation of understanding around things like conflict types. At the highest level, they can be split across task-related conflicts to do with relationships or to do with our fundamental values. In lesson 15, I'm going to give you a really deep understanding of people's emotions and their reactions. Why do some people get sad and upset? Other people react with anger and frustration, or even the more difficult ones to recognize, where people are smiling and saying they're fine, but inside they feel very different. We'll then get into the importance of workplace environment, and I'm not talking about your physical office space. I'm talking about your culture and the mindset of the people within your business to be supportive of those around them, whether that be an individual or team support. But do you have a culture where things are talked about, where people are supported, encouraged and motivated? Okay, you're now ready to learn the method. You would have just completed 16 exercises that has massively increased your self-awareness around both yourself and the people around you and your business. Okay, the first Say It method is your planned version, and it's split into 3 sections. Again, the pillars are setting the conversation up, how to go about discussing it, and the actions that go forward from that. There are 9 lessons within this method, and it might seem like a lot, but we're breaking it down into really quick, simple chunks. Some of them just take seconds to deliver. But this is a step-by-step process of learning the plan method. And the plan version will be what you use 95% of the time. But the instant method is for when you get a conflict that blows up in front of you, somebody confronts you, don't have the luxury of calming things down and moving it to the plan version. This is how you will deal with those types of conversations. So learning the method is one thing, but actually going away and delivering them and trying parts of it, and moving out of your comfort zone, giving these things a go is another, and you will absolutely be supported throughout that journey. Okay, so you now have all this new insight, self-awareness, you have the 2 methods, but you can always refer back to the videos and the documents that you've completed in the exercise to refresh your memory. Please do that. But part of this plan preparation will also be a template sheet in this lesson 19 that will allow you to plan uncomfortable conversations and really think about them in detail before you start addressing anybody. So in lesson 20, the preparation you can do for the instant method will be techniques to allow you to look out and listen out all the time for these potential conflict conversations to happen before they even blow up in the office, so that you're fully prepared and armed in order to deliver Say It completely naturally and without even almost having to think about it. It's really important at the beginning to track, measure and refine your progress. And within this lesson, I'll be giving you some tools so that you can analyze what went well, what didn't go so well, so that you can tweak and refine for the next conversation that you're having. And as I've said, if you run into any problems or need any additional support while completing the course. Yes, you'll have access to replay any of the videos and the documents you've completed in the exercises, but I am here to help you, and I'm able to do one-to-one sessions either with yourself or with people within your business, even your whole teams. Just go onto the website and the book it page, and you can book in a 1 hour, 2 hour, however long you need, or email me and we'll get that set up so you can have some more individual one-to-one attention to get you through. And that's it. You would have now completed the course. And as well as your communication style, your management of people, the way that people look to you as a manager and respect you, and your whole ability to get your business working in a much more productive way, you will also be a Say It practitioner, credited, and you'll be getting a certificate and a logo that can go onto your LinkedIn page should you want to kind of promote that as being a Say It practitioner. And we will obviously go on to support you after the course in any way that you might want to deliver this further throughout your business. This is just a summary page should you want to pause the video and read through all the stages that I've just talked about. As I said at the beginning, the Say It course is so much more than just 2 methods for having uncomfortable conversations. They're just 2 things in the 22 you're going to be getting on this course. And what's the next steps? It's simple. If you're interested, if this sounds like something you'd like to do, then go to our website, book the 30-minute free discovery call with me where we'll talk about you, your business, your challenges, what you'd like to get from the course so that we can check this is absolutely right before you spend any money. So there you have it, a little bit longer than planned, a lot to cram in, but I hope that's given you enough information to take the next step, which, as I've said, is the 30-minute call with me. Particularly good if you are head of learning development or head of HR, maybe a business owner, or even a team leader in a larger organization and you wanting or interested in, Say It, possibly becoming part of your internal training program. Also very good for individuals where we can talk about how you deal with things, the challenges within your business or the team or the way that you manage people. And so either way, that call will be really helpful for you. And it is absolutely no obligation. As far as I'm concerned, the more people that know about Say It, the better. So I'm happy to do these calls. And if you don't go ahead, it's fine. If you do decide to go ahead, I will be setting you up, send you an email while we're on the call. And once you've put the phone down or we've ended the Zoom, you are up and running and able to start the course straight away. I look forward to seeing you on that 30-minute call, and thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Many thanks.